In the next passage of the Rig Veda, the creation of the universe is no longer just an abstract manifestation, but is narrated as a solemn sacrificial ritual. Purusha, symbolizing the primordial essence of existence, is offered as a sacrifice placed upon the sacred grass and consecrated by the gods. It is within this sacrificial ritual that the order of the world gradually emerges. Life is distinguished, poetry and rhythm are born, and nature and culture intertwine. The Rig Veda, in verses 1096 to 1098, depicts a symbolic sacrificial scene of the creation of the universe. The gods offer Purusha as the sacrifice. Order emerges from sacrifice. Its oil was spring, the holy gift was autumn, summer was the wood. This primordial existence before all things is sacrificed by the gods, seers, and sadhyas. In this universal offering, all things are born curds and ghee flow out. Animals are born. Wild beasts and domestic animals come into being. The order of language flows from rhythm of the Rig Veda, rhythms of the Sama. Recitations of the Yajus all arise from his being. Creatures like horses, cows, goats, and sheep are all born from his body. This is not just a sacrifice, but the unfolding of the universe, the sacred poem where all things and order emerge from the unity of oneness. In this passage, the birth of the universe unfolds through a sacrificial structure. Order is not randomly generated. Order emerges from sacrifice. Sacrifice as the prototype of cosmic operation. The core revelation of the Purusha Sukta is: creation is sacrifice, order is transformation, the world is the offering, and differentiation of Purusha's body. Purusha is not a victim suffering at the hands of others, but willingly offers his structure, completing the order of the world. From chaos to order, the sacrificial logic of the universe. If chaos is the state of all things undifferentiated, unmanifest, unnamed, then sacrifice is the turning point, the transition between the unformed and the formed, the manifested and the unmanifested, the differentiator, breaking down the whole into ordered entities, the connector, each part retaining echoes of the whole. Through sacrifice, the universe is no longer a mere accumulation of energy, but forms the rhythm of seasons, the diversity of animals, the order of language, and the structure of poetry. This is one of the most important cosmological views in ancient Indian philosophy. The universe is not a one-time creation, but a continuous process of transformation. Cyclical creation, cosmic temporality in sacrifice. The Purusha Sukta reveals not a starting point in linear time, but a cyclical view of creation. Purusha exists before the birth of the universe and within all phenomena. His sacrifice is not an end, but an eternal unfolding. The universe is generated in sacrifice and renewed through sacrifice. There is no single completed creation, but a continuous process of manifestation to return to rebirth. This is the idea of cyclical genesis. The universe does not move linearly toward the future, but spirals between destruction and reconstruction. Existence itself is a series of energy offerings and regenerations. In this worldview, time is not a hollow passage, but a remanifestation of structure, a reweaving of meaning, a reemergence of order. Sacrifice and modern science, energy transformation and order formation. This sacrificial philosophy resonates remarkably with modern scientific views of physics. The transformation of energy from disorder to order. Modern thermodynamics tells us energy cannot be created out of nothing, nor can it disappear into nothingness. All formation of order necessarily requires the input of energy. Behind every birth of structure lies the sacrifice of entropy. The maintenance of life is a miracle of local entropy reduction, requiring the continuous sacrifice of energy. This aligns perfectly with the symbolic act of Purusha sacrificing himself. Without the sacrifice of energy, there is no order. Without the burning of energy, there is no vitality. Without the breakdown of energy, there is no generation. Just as plants convert sunlight into chemical energy, animals convert food into motion. The brain converts glucose into thoughts. Life itself is a series of energy sacrifices, as symbolized by the ritualistic sacrifice in the Purusha Sukta, offering energy to gain structure. If we are willing to set aside anthropocentric perspectives and view the universe from a broader, more humble angle, we will be able to see Purusha Sukta as a pointer to deeper truths. Sacrifice is a symbolic insight into the law of energy transformation, a continuous play enacted by the universe itself. Stars, in order to gestate carbon, oxygen, and iron within their own destruction, burn for billions of years, only to scatter these elements of life into the depths of the universe after collapse and explosion. Planets do not arise in tranquility, but recombine from the ashes of supernovas. Dust gathers, gravity compresses, new worlds are born. And each of us, every person, every atom in our bodies, is the legacy of these stellar deaths, the imprint of the universe's past burnings. More movingly, every breath we take is not just a physiological act of the individual, but an involvement in a cosmic sacrifice across time. We inhale oxygen, produced by plants transforming light from the sun into food. We exhale carbon dioxide, which in turn nourishes plants. We drink water, once stored in glaciers millions of years ago. We speak, our voices vibrating in the air. A continuation of the wind, an echo of fire. Every action is a transfer of energy. Every moment of living is participation. From this perspective, sacrifice is not a static form, nor is it merely offering food or flame to deities. It is the most essential rhythm of the universe. The tension between entropy and order, the bridge between formation and destruction, the cycle of death birthing new life. And we are not outsiders to this state of energy transformation. We are a part of it, an echo, a node, a brief but real light between flames. This is not myth nor mere poetry. It is the truth revealed by science, the rhythm of cosmic evolution itself. Sacrifice is not halted. It is the ongoing channel through which the universe, with us as conduits, continues its endless transformation drama. Poetic sublimation. the manifestation of energy, the hymn of existence. Towards the end of the Purusha Sukta, the structure of sacrifice gradually unfolds into the manifestation of all things and the embryo of civilization. Poetry, rhythm, seasons, livestock, all are endowed with order in this sacred burnt offering. This is not a rite of death, but a dance of order, a song of energy. Let us, in poetic language, feel the artistry of this universe. When the fire rises, the world gains structure. Spring turns into clarified butter. Summer becomes fuel. Autumn offers its fruits. Time itself becomes the offering. Purusha surrenders his body to time, and the universe begins to breathe. Incense rises from his shoulders. Livestock rushes forth from his chest. Hymns flow from his tongue. Mountains and rivers rise from his bones. All of this is not created, but is instead his voluntary manifestation. The one who speaks in 1,000 faces, dances in 1,000 orders. With each burning, each renewal, each rebirth from death, Purusha sacrifices himself once again. Once we understand this, life is no longer a random evolution, and the world is no longer cold matter. It is an eternal sacrifice, a sacred harmony of structure and energy. In this harmony, we are all participants, all notes, all nodes of the burning and rebirth of energy. The sacredness of existence, continuous sacrifice and creation. If we quiet our hearts to listen to the universe's whispers, we will discover that the deepest truths are not hidden in distant myths, but quietly spoken in every beam of light, every particle of dust's gathering. Thermodynamics tells us energy cannot be spontaneously created, nor will it dissipate silently. All things take shape because behind every moment of order, there is the retreat of chaos and hidden sacrifices of entropy in every act of generation. Order is not a free gift, but an echo of cost. The rotation of galaxies is because gravity dissipates the freedom of energy. The birth of cells is because chemical reactions burn the potential of atoms. And human thought is also the faint light released by countless glucose molecules, quietly burning in the brain. Life is not about possessing energy, but about transforming energy, unfolding its chapter in each tiny yet solemn self-sacrifice. Plants turn towards the sun, converting light into sugar in their leaves. Animals run, converting food into the heat of blood. And we offer love, thoughts, language, and tears to the flame of existence. This is where the most moving metaphor of the Purusha Sukta lies. Purusha's self-sacrifice is not self-destruction, but the source of structure. His body differentiates into myriad forms. His consciousness disperses into all phenomena. This is not an end, but an unfolding. Not a deprivation, but an endowment. Not a disappearance, but a becoming. It is through this sacrifice that we have bodies, language, relationships, and thoughts. We carve out ordered moments at the cost of entropy. And these moments are the most precious echoes of the hymn of existence. Looking back at the Purusha Sukta, we see not only the birth of the universe, but the emergence of structure, the rise of meaning, the eternal cycle of sacrifice and renewal. Sacrifice is not a passage to the other shore, but the mechanism for the birth of order in this world. Purusha is not a victim disappearing, but the core of existence always living in self-renewal. We live in his manifestation, breathe in his sacrifice, and our thoughts, emotions, language, organs, all are sparks ignited in that timeless transformation of energy. If you enjoyed this video and want to help support our channel, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.